World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, make we talk. Hey, we're living in a world that on ourselves we must depend. Make we talk. People, make we talk. Oh, no. Conversation is the key. A guided.
Good afternoon. Welcome to WZPP 96.1 FM and WZOP 92.7 FM. This is Make We Talk with your host, Jeffery T. This afternoon we have an open mic. We're going to have an open mic this afternoon. So you can call in at 850-446-0562. So many things going on. This afternoon, we're supposed to have the chairman of the Jamaica Police Federation, Corporal Rowan James, but an emergency came up. An emergency meeting is going on with Corporal James at the moment, so we won't have Corporal James. Hopefully, we may have him, and hopefully we may not. I don't know. We may have him, we may not have him. But this afternoon, we're going to speak about what is going on in the Jamaica Police Federation. They were supposed to get some money, some back money, and apparently there is something going on wherein the back money is not being paid to them. But you know, government is saying that they don't have any money. But in any jurisdiction, you know, throughout the world, I think you need to pay your security forces better than how you're paying them. You know, the security forces must be paid better. There is no way you can have your security forces working and they don't have proper salary. Sorry about that. Your security force must have a proper salary, man. The city of Miramar pay the security forces properly. I am not trying to compare Jamaica with any other countries, any superpower. But what I'm saying, you need to pay your security forces better than how you're paying them. Because if you don't, it makes no sense. I am seeing here now in the Jamaica Gleaner, a police team on patrol in Tivoli Garden, Kingston on Sunday was reported came under attack by gunmen. I seen the Jamaica Gleaner this morning. My God, what is going to happen? So many things are happening. I see we're in Jill Stewart, the wife of Hotel Mobile. Adam Stewart has passed away after suffering from cancer. She passed away. Also in today's newspaper out of Jamaica, a 48-hour curfew has been imposed on section of Tivoli Garden in West Kingston, in the West Kingston Division, Police Division. Meanwhile, a 72-hour curfew has been imposed on section of Denham Town. The curfew in Tivoli Garden began at 6 p.m. on Sunday and will remain in effect until 6 p.m. on Tuesday. While on the Denham Town area, the Denham Town section where the curfew is, another curfew is, that began on Sunday evening and remain in effect until Wednesday. During the hours of the curfew, all persons within the boundaries are required to remain within their premises unless otherwise authorized in writing by the ground commander. So a section of the country is on curfew, but we must ask the question again. Is these curfew really helping our crime situation in Jamaica? A lot of people may say that it does help. But does it really help? Wherein last night I was told that within 2 weeks, and I will not call the figure, how many Jamaicans were dead, were gone down. Our country is a beautiful country, a very beautiful nation. And as I talk about beautiful nation, this radio station here is down at Reggae Sunfest. WZPP 96.1 FM and WZOP 92.7 FM will be live from Reggae Sunfest. And I get to understand that there are other stations down there that they're trying to, of course, with Roots 96.1 FM will be broadcasting the Reggae Sunfest also. So although we have so many, people may say we have bad things going on, we do have some good things because we have Reggae Sunfest so people can go down and enjoy themselves and have a drink of the, a distill, a drink of the distill, the cane juice. We can have a drink of the cane juice during the Reggae Sunfest and have some nice music. Some good artists will be on stage. We can enjoy ourselves. I must apologize to my listeners and viewers that Corporal Rowan James of the Jamaica Police Federation, who was scheduled to be here this morning, is apologizing to us because an emergency meeting came up at the Police Federation where he has to attend. And, we're going to try and get him back to come on another time. We're speaking about, good afternoon to all my Facebook, my YouTube viewers, and those in the sound of my voice can go to the Make We Talk YouTube channel and subscribe, like and subscribe to the Make We Talk Jeffery Tavares YouTube channel. We were speaking about what is going on. You hear about curfews, you hear about shootings and all sort of thing that is going on. But we must understand also that our country may go through all of this like any other country. We have some good things going on in our country. Very good things. You have the 7 Mile Beach of Negril. You have the Duns River Fall. You have YS Fall. You have the Otrias Beach, you have Montego Bay Beach, you have so many things going on in Jamaica. You have the YS Falls, you have the Rolling River that you can go to. So apart from you hearing of so many things that is going on in our country, you have Hussein Bolt, who was in Miramar over the weekend, his unveiling of his statue. So many things going on. I must say good afternoon to Dr. Kenton C. Palmer. I wonder if I could get Dr. Palmer on the radio station here right now. Dr. Palmer, indicate to me if you can come on. Bishop Dr. Kenton C. Palmer. I wonder if he can come on. We can have him on to speak some more what is going on in the land of wood and water. We're live on WZPP 96.1 FM in Miami, Florida, and WZOP 92.7 FM in Fort Lauderdale. We are speaking about what is how our beautiful country is. Beautiful island, the land of wood and water. So many people love Jamaica. And a lot of us may think that our country, that we talk show hosts speak down about our country. We don't, why we speak about what is going on in the country is because Jamaica was the envy of the Caribbean at one point. My grandfather and my grandmother used to sit down and talk to us about Jamaica. When you go up in the aeroplane and look down, or in a helicopter and look down, the lush greenery of the country. Ain't Dr. Palmer? The lush greenery of Jamaica. Jamaica is a very beautiful country. And many of us Jamaicans will not accept the fact that our country is a beautiful country. Very beautiful. Whether we like it, yes or no. Jamaica has one of the best rainforests known, the Blue Mountain Peak. Have you ever climbed the Blue Mountain Peak? A very good doctor friend of mine who lives in the Cayman Islands, who love to come to Jamaica, Dr. Steve Anthony Tomlinson. He has been up the Blue Mountain Peak before. He has. And you know, it's beautiful. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. It is one of the most beautiful scenery you can ever see. You know? Well, let us switch gear here now. Let us go back to the newspaper and see what we can get out of the newspaper this morning. I wish I could have somebody to sit and chit-chat with, but our guest this afternoon has to go into an emergency meeting. We have... I wonder why our nurses are leaving in the bungle. Nurses are leaving bit by bit. Teachers are resigning. All of those things is going on in the land of wood and water. I'm going to give Dr. Kenton Palmer a call and see if he can come on, you know. Let us see if I can get Dr. Palmer on my phone here to have him come on. Let us see if I can get Dr. Palmer on my phone here to come on. Because we need to get Dr. Palmer.
When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, make we talk, my people, make we talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Make we talk, people, make we talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me.
Welcome back to Make We Talk here in WZOP and WZPP. Today is a very beautiful day. Apart from the heat that we're feeling, the heat that we're feeling all over the place, millions of Americans are on a heat advisory. And I'm encouraging my fellow human beings out there, please drink a lot of water. Please try and stay dehydrated. Please try and stay hydrated rather. Jamaicans in Jamaica, I mean, a lot of us don't like drinking water. Jamaicans, please, I know we're live in Jamaica at the moment. Please try and drink some water. Please drink a lot of water. The sun is melting. The sun is melting away. And we're saying to you all out there, try and drink a lot of water. A lot of water. Opposition spokesperson on national security Peter Bunting is calling the government and the constabulary force. Oh my God. To ensure that outstanding payment are being made to the rank and file members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. That's opposition spokesperson, you know. On national security, Peter Bunting is calling on government. I wonder if I can play his clip. Let us see if I can play the clip with him. No, I can't get it to play. Hold on for me.
And finally, the court ruled last June, I believe it was, that the police officers were entitled to overtime pay. And it gave the government 9 months to put a system in place to record the actual overtime and for commencement of the payment of overtime to start April 1 this year. April came and went. The police officers submitted their timesheet. May came and went, submitted their timesheet. June is now gone. They've submitted their timesheet, and still not a single month have they been paid for the overtime.
My God. You see what we're talking about? You see what we're talking about? You cannot have your police force doing overtime work, Minister of National Security, and they don't get any pay. It can't work.
Especially in a period when we saw 70 murders in the last 2 weeks. This is not a time for the government to allow the morale of the police officers to be low. We need them out on the streets doing their work and in a way that, you know.
It can't work. And the powers may be must understand that we cannot have the rank and file members of the security forces not getting any money. It can't work. And when you hear opposition spokesperson on security, Peter Bunting, I'm going to try and get a clip from the chairman of the Police Federation, Corporal Rowan Brown, who is calling the government also. The time has come for you all to pay the rank and file members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. The Jamaica Constabulary Force need vehicles. The Jamaica Constabulary Force need patrol cars. And if we don't get the patrol cars, people in St. Catherine and St. Thomas and all over the country. I remember at one point the police had was a charter taxi. Charter taxi to go on crime scene in St. Elizabeth in 21st century Jamaica. There is security problems all over the Caribbean. A lot of security problems all over the Caribbean. In Haiti, in Trinidad and Tobago, all over. And it begs to ask the questions, what is government, successful government all over the Caribbean is doing to stem the crime problem that they face within their countries. CARICOM has a fundamental problem, and the problem is the security of the Caribbean nations. Let us go to what the chairman of the chairman of the Police Federation in Jamaica, Corporal Rowan James, has been warning the powers may be in the land of wood and water. Let us listen to this clip here.
I also want to say to High Command and to our Commissioner, God helps you if the membership is not paid their overtime come this month.
You hear what the man say? The chairman of the Federation is telling the Commissioner of Police and the Minister of National Security that God help them if the members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force is not paid their overtime. And you may hear all sorts of things saying that I should not be doing this. But you can't have people working and not getting any pay. It's not me who say it. Listen to this again.
I also want to say to High Command and to our Commissioner, God helps you if the membership is not paid their overtime come this month.
Lord of mercy. That's a stern warning, you know. That is a stern warning from the chairman of the Police Federation, Corporal Rowan James. Corporal James issued, hold on there, Corporal James was speaking at a Thanksgiving service on Saturday for another police officer who died, you know, when he gave the warning to the High Command of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. A stern warning Corporal James give to the Commissioner of Police and the Minister of National Security. This is what the man said, you know.
I also want to say to High Command and to our Commissioner, God helps you if the membership is not paid their overtime come this month.
No wonder corruption is rampant in the constabulary force. No wonder. No wonder the corruption that is going on has to go on. I am not indulging or endorsing in corruption, you know. I am not.
You're listening to WZOP 92.7 LP FM.
We're not the airline, but we can take you to the islands every Sunday at Island Vibe Sunday at Blue Martini in the Galleria Mall. Enjoy happy hour from 4 p.m. until 7 p.m. Enjoy live reggae music with the Visions Band from 8 p.m. until midnight. And dance music by DJ Mikey Mine. It's a vibe, a cool, chill vibes. Island Vibe Sundays at Blue Martini in the Galleria Mall. For VIP reservations, 954-529-4605. WZOP would like to thank Blue Martini for their contribution to this station. The right tires for the road at Express Tire Plus. Express Tire Plus, aka the Pit Stop, at 2496 Southwest 57th Avenue in West Park. Simple patch and plug, new and used tire. Tire Plus at 954-588-1140. WZOP would like to thank Express Tires for their kind contribution to this station.
Sales rep and telemarketers needed. WZPP, WZOP, WHOT, and Flex TV have openings available for you. Are you in the retail world?
Do you need graphic design services? Or maybe you need branding for your business? How about multimedia production services? Contact Browns Media and Graphics at 876-877-1870. Browns Media and Graphics, developing your ideas, creating your style.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal.
Do you want to talk about what's happening in your community or share your thoughts on national issues? Then tune in to Make We Talk Tuesdays with yours truly, Jeffery Tavares. This and every Tuesday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon. Join the conversation by calling 876-372-8446 or 876-225-9478 on YouTube at Roots FM Jamaica and Facebook at Roots FM JA. That's Make We Talk this and every Tuesday.
Source of authority in our constitution is Jamaica, nowhere else. And the embodiment of that source of authority is the office of the president, or whatever we may decide to call the president. Right now, the constitution that we have still has some of the prerogatives flowing from elsewhere. Many of these prerogatives are not exercised now and probably never will be exercised. So there are people who would say, well, you know, the king not troubling us. The queen never trouble us. So just leave the arrangements as they are. And I know that is a thought in many people's minds. But it is also a thought to say that is not sufficient. If you are a self-respecting country that is seeking to strike your own path, create your own institutions, build something in your likeness, then let's complete the process. Let's complete the independence. That in the coming months, as the Constitutional Reform Commission goes through the island, having these public discourses and conversation, that this issue of completing our sovereignty, what it means, will be debated. And hopefully the public will understand and agree that it is something that we should do, both from a symbolic point of view and in function as well in terms of our legal arrangements.
An ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Make we talk.
Welcome back to Make We Talk on WZPP 96.1 FM and WZOP 92.7 FM. I am your host, Jeffrey T. We're speaking about the police, the Jamaica Constable Force, where the chairman of the Police Federation gave a stern warning to the rank and file, to the high command of the Jamaica Constable Force. And we have some more clipping to play. Here we go.
That the Federation is not going to be muzzled, intimidated, nor bamboozled. We negotiate with government, not with high command. The Council of Deputies have no moral authority to tell us what to do when a court orders that we ought to be paid overtime work.
Yeah, what the man said. They will not be muzzled. They will not be muzzled. Why is it that every time the members of the JCF must get some money? Salary, better salary is a problem. You know, we're out here talking, you know, we're saying that government this and government that. I wonder if there's a problem with the money. I'm not taking a fine the government in there, because everybody knows some of my gearbox mash up. But I'm trying to find out something here. Why every time members of the JCF should get some money is always a problem. It is always a problem. I don't know why. And we need to investigate this. But I'm saying this to the powers maybe. Be careful what you're not doing with the security forces, you know. Because if they go and stick out, if they go and say them, nah, they're not going to do what they're supposed to do, then we are in serious problem. We are in serious problem. Very serious problems. And that is why I'm saying that the time has come for government to pay up. They need to pay up. As the chairman of the Police Federation, and one thing that have me, is when he said this.
I also want to say to High Command and to our Commissioner, God helps you if the membership is not paid their overtime come this month.
You hear what he said? I want to say to the Commissioner of Police and to the hierarchy of the Ministry of National Security. And I dare go further. I think he's saying to the Minister of National Security too, that God help you all if you don't pay up the back money for the members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Lord have his mercy. What is going to happen? While crime is getting out of hand, and you're not paying your security forces, it cannot be that you expect them to go out there. There was a video circulating on social media with the members of the JCF pushing the service car. And that is why I'm saying the Jamaica Constabulary Force is in need of a fleet of service cars. Good cars. And it can't be that we spend millions of dollars year after year in the budget to buy service cars for the JCF. And we don't have a proper place where they can carry the cars and service the cars. I'll change, filter, transmission change or whatever. Tires need changing. I remember at one point, a member of the JCF in St. Thomas saw me and was asking me for help to buy some tires to put on the cars. You have some good members of the JCF, you have some bad members of the JCF. And we must treat the members of the JCF with respect. We can't have people disrespecting the members of the JCF, although they disrespect the members of the public. They do. But they need help. The JCF need help. When you hear the chairman of the Police Federation coming out and speaking out, you must know. Because Corporal James is a very quiet man. Very quiet. And he's a no-nonsense chairman. He's a no-nonsense chairman. By the way, this Make We Talk program goes up until 3 o'clock US time. That's about 2 o'clock Jamaica time. We have an extended hour. And I must say good afternoon to members of the WZPP 96.1 FM and WZOP 92.7 FM who are down there in Jamaica enjoying themselves but working at the same time, because they're going to bring Reggae Sunfest live to the diaspora here in South Florida. But let's go back to the security forces. Corporal, Chairman of the Police Federation, Corporal Rowan James, is warning members of the High Command that the members of the JCF is due their overtime pay. And I'm going to repeat this clipping that Corporal James is warning the Commissioner and the Minister of National Security. This is what he said.
I also want to say to High Command and to our Commissioner, God helps you if the membership is not paid their overtime come this month.
Members of the diaspora, members in the diaspora, members of the Diaspora Crime Intervention Task Force, Jamaica Police Force need help. They need some serious help. And those who are hearing us in the diaspora, and as I like to say, around the world and the Eastern Caribbean, because this is a Caribbean station, this is the voice of the Caribbean. But as I said before, it's not only Jamaica has in security crisis. Other members of the Caribbean, the members of CARICOM is having security crisis. But we're speaking about Jamaica. I'm going to try and get former Jamaican ambassador to the United Nations, Ambassador Curtis Ward, to come onto the program and speak about the security crisis in Haiti. But you hear what Corporal James said? They have, the money was owed to them from when? And I remember here the Minister of Finance said, the Minister of Finance said that there is money in the kitty. There's money budgeted to pay the rank and file members of the JCF. So what is going on? Is it that the minister lied to the nation and to the wider world? Because same when they lied to the people of Jamaica, that the Federal Bureau of Investigation is in Jamaica to investigate the SSL saga, where he's saying both money gone like Sammy Mouth. You have to ask the question, is the minister lying to the nation that there was money budgeted to pay the rank and file of the Jamaica Constabulary Force? Minister Nigel Clark, we're going to invite you on this program, to explain to the members of the diaspora and members and the Jamaican public in Jamaica. Were you lying to the people that there's money to pay the rank and file? Why is it that the chairman of the Police Federation will be coming out now and telling you all that God help you if you don't pay the people them? Huh? Minister of National Security, Dr. Harris Chang. You hear what the chairman of the Police Federation, Corporal Rowan James, is saying? Let us see if they're gonna pay, because we have how many days? We have how many days leave? Let us see how many days we have leave in July. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 days leave in July. And according to former Minister of National Security, Peter Bunting, Senator Peter Bunting, the people were supposed to get their money in April. April come and gone. The question must be asked also, if the People's National Party should gain state power, would they treat the members of the JCF better than how they're being treated under this Labour Party government? Some may say no better barrel, no better heroin. It is 1:47 here in Miami. It is 12:47 in Kingston, Jamaica. Corporal Rowan James is fighting on the behalf of the Police Federation. And it seems that they want to muzzle the man mouth for an attack. It seems as if the High Command and other members of the public, or of the, as I always call them, the people of the Vumvavan, the Vumvavi. It seems as if they want to muzzle the man mouth from talking. But I encourage Corporal James to continue speaking out for the rank and file members of the JCF. For far too long, the two political parties in Jamaica have been playing with the national security of the people of Jamaica. They're playing the people's life. You can't have members of the JCF working and you're not paying them. One don't want to pay no raise in the salary though. How many percent is going on in the salaries? And they think it hard to put on a decent salary, a decent percentage on both the nurses, the doctors, the teachers, and the police officers. But they can get how many percentage on their salary? Let me make something clear this afternoon. I'm not a member of any political party, you know. I'm a Jamaican, and Jamaica must come first. And the country I live in also must come first. We cannot have the members of the JCF suffering like this. Somebody said to me that the video that was circulating on social media, that is not a lie. Where a member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force was pushing the service car. In Jamaica, they call it radio car. They was pushing the police car. It has gas in it, you know. It had gas in it. But the car decided to go dead. The engine dead. At one point, somebody from the JCF was calling retired FBI agent Wilfred Radigan to help them to buy engine for the police cars. That's how far the security has gone. And yet members of the parliament will come on radio and television and go on bad about people that talk bad about Jamaica. We're not talking bad about the love that we have for our country. We're not. We're talking about how you all has mismanaged the affair of the country and mismanaged the money of the nation. That's what we're talking about. We cannot have members of the JSF calling out for money. They want the salary. Same way you can pay on the salary and you can raise on the salary. Why we can't pay members of the JSF? Because the minister of finance came out and said there's money in the budget. Enough money in the budget was allocated to the Ministry of National Security to pay members of the JSF. So why is it now that Corporal Rowan James is issuing a warning? He's issuing a warning to the High Command of the National Security Ministry and the High Command of the JSF. The man is issuing a warning. Is that me issuing a warning? You know? He's issuing a warning. I can play it again. That God help them to pay them.
I also want to say to High Command and to our Commissioner, God helps you if the membership is not paid their overtime come this month.
God help the Minister of National Security and the Commissioner of Police if the members of the JSF is not paid their money. My God. My God. This should not be. This should not be at all. The numbers to call in is 850-446-0562. That's 850-446-0562. Let us discuss what is going on. What in the neck of the wood, whether you here in South Florida or in Jamaica. My God. The chairman went on to say in another clipping
that the Federation is not going to be muzzled, intimidated, nor bamboozled. We negotiate with government, not with High Command. The Council of Deputies have no moral authority to tell us what to do when a court orders that we are to be paid overtime work.
You hear? They will not be muzzled or bamboozled. And they negotiate with government, not with the High Command. What is the Commissioner of Police really doing? What is the Commissioner of Police really doing? I wonder if they realize what is going on. One of these days, America is going to put a travel restriction that cannot be lifted on Jamaica one of these days, you know. It's going to happen, you know. You cannot have your security forces driving dilapidated cars and not being paid. It can't work. And we need to call a spade a spade. I'm going to find what the former Minister of National Security, Senator Peter Bunting, said in a news clipping also saying that he told the government to pay members of the JSAF their back money from April, or they promised to pay from April. April come and gone. This is what former Minister of National Security Peter Bunting is saying.
I have to support the chairman of the Police Federation. This has been a matter that has been dragging out for years. And finally, the court ruled last June, I believe it was, that the police officers were entitled to overtime pay. And it gave the government 9 months to put a system in place to record the actual overtime and for commencement of the payment of overtime to start April 1 this year. April came and went. The police officers submitted their timesheet. May came and went, submitted their timesheet. June is now gone. They've submitted their timesheet, and still not a single month have they been paid for the overtime.
You hear? You hear how many times they submit their timesheet and they have not been paid? You hear how many times? We're supposed to come off at 2 o'clock, but we're going to extend this program until 3 o'clock. And they have not been paid. And if you ask question, before this, give us a yes or a no. They go down to Negril Point. And I go to St. Thomas. And I go to Portland, Trelawney, St. Elizabeth, before they give you an answer. Because they believe that people is idiot. That's what they do. I wonder. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back on the Make We Talk program. We'll be right back on the Make We Talk program.
When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, make we talk, my people, make we talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Make we talk, people, make we talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you.
You're listening to WZOP 92.7 LP FM.
Do you need graphic design services? Or maybe you need branding for your business? How about multimedia production services? Contact Rounds Media and Graphics at 876-877-1870.
The problem? We have an inordinate amount of legislation.
The time to change the system to a fixed election date is now. The time to change the system to a fixed election date is now. Within our first 100 days of government, we will start the legislative process to fix the date for general elections in Jamaica. This will bring greater certainty to the political process. And by the way, the date will be a date after the budget and not before. So no government will be able to come and make false promises and hide the truth and tell you half truths and trick you into voting for them, and then when them win, them throw on poison.
You
Prime Minister should pack your bags and go. Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman. All right, Mr. Small.
The time to change the system to a fixed election date is now. The time to change the system to a fixed election date is now. Within our first 100 days of government, we will start the legislative process to fix the date for general elections in Jamaica. This will bring greater certainty to the political process. And by the way, the date will be a date after the budget and not before. So no government will be able to come and make false promises and hide the truth and tell you half truths and trick you into voting for them, and then when them win, them throw on poison.
We give up a lot. When I became member here, I didn't know what the salary was, you know. For a couple of months, I was really dealing with what I was earning as a lawyer. When I heard that the salary was, I nearly died. Chicken feed, of course.
Mr. Speaker, like our new member from Portland said, and she's over there smiling, beautiful speaking can increase parliamentarian salary. Can increase parliamentarian. Is action going to do that? Not a bag of mouth. A Jamaican MP earns around 40% less than his or her Barbadian counterpart. Not much over $7 million. The Jamaican Prime Minister's basic salary, he's not in here, is around half of his Barbadian counterpart, about half. We're joking around. When a country seeks a politician, they often want in him or her the strength of an eagle, the grace of a swan, the gentleness of a dove, the friendliness of a sparrow, and the night hours of an owl. And when they catch that bird or that candidate, they expect him to live on the food of a canary. And yes, that's how it goes, Speaker. I am going to go further. If when you and I leave this parliament and you can't put two things together, them say you're a fool. If you can put two things together, them say you're a thief. I'm not asking if it's true. I tell you that is so. Yeah. Parliamentarians seem to be the only set of public sector officials or workers without representation on welfare issues. Well, you see that one, yeah. Yes. Permanent secretaries have the Jamaica Civil Service Association that negotiate on their behalf. Permanent secretaries. The Jamaica Confederation of Trade Unions and other associations negotiate for other servants in the public sector, be they teachers, as you heard from the minister, be they teachers, doctors, nurses, civil servants, or ancillary workers. All are looked after by their representative. In fact, Mr. Speaker, there are over 150 of these, as you heard,
from the Minister of Finance. Mr. Speaker, the question is, who looked after us as representatives in this House? Who looks after us? Right now, no one. I beg your pardon? Yeah, man, everyone, yes. No.
We talk, people, make we talk. Oh, conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me.
Welcome to an extension version of Make We Talk here on WZPP 96.1 FM and WZOP 92.7 FM here in Fort Lauderdale and in Miami. We're speaking about what is going on in our beautiful island of Jamaica, especially with the Police Federation. Wherein even former Minister of National Security, Senator Peter Bunting, is asking questions and asking why is it that members of the rank and file have not been paid. When the Minister of Finance, Dr. Nigel Clark, said that there is enough money. There is enough money in the kitty to pay them. If you're just joining us, wherever you're listening and watching from around the world and the Eastern Caribbean, we're live on the Make We Talk Jeffery Tavares YouTube channel also. Like, share, and subscribe. Even this evening, we're going to speak about an incident that went on at a school in Jamaica. We're going to speak about that. But now we're speaking about what is going on with the rank and file members of the JCF. We have to ask questions. Why is it that we can't get people to pay the people that need a salary? I think we have a call coming in here. Hello, good afternoon, WZPP. Good afternoon. Hello, welcome to WZPP Make We Talk.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, I'm hearing you. I'm saying, I hear you talking about the JCF. What about the teachers?
What about the teachers? Go ahead.
Teachers, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because my aunt taught at a community college, and she has been retired for 3 years now, going into 4 years, and still has not heard anything about her retirement package.
My God, what school was that?
She did it from Exceed Community College, and she's been back and forth in between ministry saying they have not seen a document from Exceed, and she has submitted it 3 different times to Exceed, and Exceed has not yet. They said they haven't gotten anything from Exceed, and it's been a long. Yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
As a matter of fact, they're blacklisted her now. So then she's to get a job from any school if she even tries to. They have blacklisted her. She goes through a hard time.
So you're saying to me, she has retired from the education ministry in our country, and
yes,
she's supposed to. They forced her to retire, and on what grounds?
Forced her out into early retirement because she was close enough because she was what, 61, 62?
Yes.
And yeah.
My God.
Yes.
So you're saying to us that she has submit all her papers in and nothing has come out of it?
Nothing.
She hasn't heard anything from the ministry?
Nothing. And then now she they'll send her she'll go to other school to do part-time, whatever. And when, like, let's say the ministry will say, oh, they have paid the school to pay her this amount of money. And when it's end of her contract, she can't get her money either.
Is the school that she used to work? Was it a government school?
Yes, it's all government schools. And the worst stuff, and I mean, the schools, they're just giving her like 3 months contracts. And what she goes there and she cleans their mess up. And once she cleans their mess up and the school get back on top, then they change her contract and send her, she has to go find a job somewhere else. And she's been around the block. Nobody knows the corruption that goes on in these government schools and government ministries. It's a whole bunch of corruption.
Let me ask you something, my dear. Obviously, you're overseas. You're in the United States.
Yeah. Yes, I'm in Florida.
You're in Florida. What do you think about what is going on in Jamaica? The police are not getting their salary. The police, they don't have proper vehicles. At one point on a program that I was on, they don't have ballistic vests. They don't have any bullets. They don't have, uniforms, shoes. What do you think is going on in the land, in our beloved country?
Corruption in the head.
My God. So do you...
The Bible tells you about, the Bible tells you about who he holds responsible for his pew, right?
Yes.
All right, the same thing in the world. What is loose on earth is loose on earth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so just like how he holds those pastors responsible for his sheep in the church, it's the same way he holds these minister of government and the head of government for his people. And they're going to pay the price. They're going to pay the price.
Lord have his mercy.
Because on top of all of this,
yes,
too many kids are being out of school without an education. You know how much children I know about to graduate high school and can't read?
There's a statistic that comes out pertaining to that. I'm going to get that and have a program on it, because it cannot be that our education system in our country is failing the young people of Jamaica.
Of course. If they can play football, they don't watch the education. I know a lot of kids who are being taken out of their class to go play the Costa Cup and Manning Cup. And they'll come around me and I'll send them to go and get something from the laundry room or wherever when I'm in Jamaica. And they're standing right at the front of what they're looking for. And don't know where to find it because they can't read it, didn't see that it mark whatever I sent them for. Because they can't read it.
What do you think we as Jamaicans who are in Jamaica...
And that comes with the parents too.
Yes, go ahead.
That is with the parents. You hold the parents responsible for that as well. But what is happening is that a lot of us, back in the days, parents, just like even my age, I'm 56. My mother only had a grade 9 level education.
Mm-hmm.
She really only had a grade 9 level education. But she made sure her children did not end up like her.
Mm-hmm.
And then this other thing of the children have to go on computers to go get this. How many children in Jamaica still have access to internet or even a tablet?
You are so right. You are so right.
I'm part of a charity group that comes to Jamaica every year in August, and we give away tablets and laptops to children.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, there's 250 we gave away in Portmore.
Mm-mm. So in other words, your charity group is what? What's the name of the charity group, ma'am?
Visionaries.
Visionaries. And
the Visionary International Group.
Okay, yeah. And it's only in the Kingston area. You go all over Jamaica and try.
No, every year we do a different area. Every year. Last year we did Portmore. This year we're doing Portmore again and St. Anne.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So what is the most thing that you always, and demand that people need, kids needs when they're going down, like you're taking them down?
Between educational stuff,
yes,
and food.
Oh Jesus!
And when we get there, we still have a need for more. It's like we wish we could have taken a whole lot more because we give away 250 laptops and tablets. And there are at least another 300 children there who did not get anything. We just had to give them backpacks and books and pencils.
Yes.
And we give from the university level straight down to the baby school, to the basic schools.
So do you get a lot of help from the diaspora up here?
No, not really.
So you just take it up on your own and do it, or a group of you do it?
It's a group of us. It's a group of us.
Okay.
Being led by our evangelists, and we do a lot of, we beg. And like I always often said, we don't beg for ourselves, but we know how to beg for everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And we do get some support, but it's not usually from the diaspora and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
But we beg. Yeah. We get through a lot we get a lot of support from the communities, from the churches,
Yes.
the different places. And we do our stuff.
Do you sometimes, that when you go into the schools, do you sometimes maybe sit and chit chat with some of the teachers and hear what they are going through as individuals who are teaching?
Yes, we do, but most of the times because we do it during the holiday season.
Yes.
They are not much around because we even carry soccer balls, we carry basketballs, and we will invite like the coaches and the different people who can come.
Mm-hmm.
And we do, and like earlier this year, my evangelist was called in for a couple of schools for suicide and all of that. And she did go down there and she did, have a chit chat with them and some little, teaching and trade exercise and all of that. And we do have people from America who are Americans, who are people who are about the black and white issue, white people who come along with us.
Mm-hmm.
And they're part of this ministry, and they pray with these children, and they try to teach them how to cope with depression and the different issues. And Jamaica continues, in the educational system, continues to believe that there is no such illness as depression and mental health. And we have to wake up and realize that children are suffering from these mental health issues.
Are you a nurse, ma'am? May I ask you?
No, I work with the mental health community.
So you know. So let me ask you something. In you going down and so forth and giving, you have seen a lot of mental health cases.
Yes, yes.
So have you recommended anything to the schools?
Well, when she went down there during the time when school was in session, yes, she did. Yes, we did. And I didn't go that time with them, but yes they did.
So in your time traveling down and so forth, have you mentioned to them, say, hey, you all need to get some counseling, you all need to get some people to come inside and help the children because they're having issues?
And yes, and they will tell you, that's why we have the guidance counselors. No, guidance counselors are still not equipped to deal with these issues.
So you're saying that it has to come from the Ministry of Education, because if the Ministry of Education don't put doctors in place or people in place to sit down and speak to these children, then we're having a serious crisis on our hands.
We're going to have a serious crisis on our hands.
Lord have his mercy.
Yes. And these parents, and then you still have parents who are, want a better word, ignorant.
Yes.
And dark and full parents in Jamaica still. You still have those kind of parents in Jamaica that really, they don't lift their children up. They put their children down. You still have parents who tell their children some painful, hurtful things, and then they expect the best out of the children.
Because when you're lowering their esteem by saying certain stuff to them, they'll think that way and say, hey, my mother said I can't come better, so I'm not going to come better.
Exactly.
Lord. Before I let you go, I'm gonna come back to your is it your mother you said or your auntie who was a teacher?
My aunt.
Your aunt. I'm gonna come back to that because I wanna ask you something and see if I can assist you. Let me ask you something though. What do you think about the security forces in our country? If until now...
Don't even mention that.
Go ahead.
Don't even mention the security forces. I just had a run-in with them during the Easter.
Mm-hmm.
And they told me they were going to arrest me and my daughter on the highway.
Mm. For what?
They said we were speeding.
Yes.
So I don't know if you have ever taken the toll road.
Many times.
Okay, and when you pay your last toll before you reach the Mommy Bay.
Right.
We are coming down that slope.
Yes. That steep hill there.
Yes. So if you're not careful, you're burning the brakes out coming down it because the car is losing control and speeding down that hill.
Right. So you have to be careful you're coming down. Take your time, come down.
Right.
Put the car in low drive, low gear or something, and come down the hill. Yes.
Yes. So the clocker said we were doing 90, coming down the hill, whatever. Okay, fine. And of course, we have Florida license.
Mm-hmm.
So when we gave them the Florida license, so there's a new trick now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're going to make sure. So my daughter said, what did we do now? You know, young people's mouth kind of fresh.
Yes.
So I was kind of like telling her to quiet a little. Mm-hmm. Oh, he's going to run the license. And he's going to, now we better make sure they have a ticket out there. So they came back and said, I have a ticket that there's a warrant out for my arrest. And
because
my daughter has 6 tickets out for her arrest.
Oh, Lord.
And all of that. So I'm looking at them and I'm saying, okay, if you have no way to send these warrants to, how is there a warrant out for our arrest? You know, tell me, explain this.
Right.
Anyhow, when I realized I was not backing a knife, and me and my daughter put our hands out and said, okay, take us to jail it is. Jail it's going to be. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
And they're taking us to Elston Road. I said, there we go. We're going to go to Elston Road. Fine by me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're going to spend our night in jail tonight because, okay. So we did and all of that. Anyhow, when they realized how serious we were, like, okay, take us to jail tonight because we got to get to the bottom of this.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, you know what? This is just too much paperwork right now. You are better just to deal with this tomorrow or whatever. So, of course, I got a lawyer. And when the lawyers called to check, the lawyer said, but there's nothing out for you. You had a ticket 5 years ago and it was dismissed. I said, I know. I went to court and the judge laughed and dismissed the case. And my daughter, she said, yes, your daughter has 2 tickets out there, but there's no warrant for her arrest.
So in other words, they're lying to you because they want you to say left or right.
Yes, but what they do now, they call a number, whatever number they called.
Mm-hmm.
The person answers them and they put it on speaker.
Mm-hmm.
So I can hear them talking on the thing, and the person saying, yes, they have tickets, that, but if somebody else to call on the other side, that is a trick. So when they say yes, no, we will panic and pay them to get rid of their whole thing.
Oh.
So then they laugh and say, oh, so it's a mother and daughter duo. I said, yes, mother and daughter duo it will be.
Mm-mm.
And yet, in the same breath, you will find officers so polite and mannered and helpful.
Yes.
You know, so it just depends. But at the same time, they still need to be paid well.
They need to, because I don't know if you're hearing me playing something earlier on from the chairman of the Police Federation saying to the command, the high command, that they better pay the people their money by the end of the month.
Look here, my daughter had an accident last year, January, in St. Anne.
Mm-hmm.
On the runaway Bay main road going up to Brownstown.
Right.
And when the police got there, by the time they got on scene,
yes,
my daughter was already at the hospital. Okay? Her friends come, my daughter rolled over that precipice 5 times down in that money.
I think I remember that accident, you know. I think I remember hearing people talking about that accident.
In January.
Yes.
And God is good. God bless my child. She was okay.
How is she doing now?
Very well. She broke her knee 3 places. She broke her humerus bone and all of that, and she broke her wrist and all of that. But across life, it's okay.
Yes.
You know, and I had to go over their heads to get the reports done and everything. Every time I go to one of the station, oh, the officer who came on scene is not at work. So because he's not at work, I can't get the paperwork done.
In other words, you need the report.
Yeah.
And they're saying that the police who was on scene to take the report is not at work today, so them can't give it to you.
No. And he's not there to write the report, and he's not there to do this. I literally had to call the superintendent of St. Anne's Bay to get this done, literally, and then they get upset because you go above their heads.
My God in heaven.
Yeah. And he was very good. He was polite. He was mannerly. He was respectful. And he apologized and everything. And in 3 days,
in
3 days, I got the reports done and everything. But the torture I went through, I had to be back and forth in the station, back and forth in the station. They didn't know who picked the car up. They didn't know where the car was. Oh, my God, it was a mess. And I'm like, this is how the police operate.
Wow.
This is how they operate.
I would love to get your contact details pertaining to your auntie who was the teacher. Don't give me an error. I want you to call us back at about a minute after 3 or 3:10.
Okay.
How about the same number? Because maybe I can assist your auntie. I'm not sure, but maybe I can assist her. All right. So call us back. Thank you for calling, caller.
Okay. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Wow. We're faced with some problems, some very serious problems that we need to deal with. Because if we don't deal with the problems that we're facing in our country, God help us. Running away from the beautiful rock we have makes no sense. If our forefathers had run away, our forefathers has run away, and our mothers had run away, there wouldn't be a Jamaica. And other people love the country. Other people who never been to Jamaica love Jamaica, love to go to Jamaica. And yet we are running because of what? Economic hardship. That is what is going on. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
We'll see conflict solver A to Z. Make we talk, yeah. Go make we talk, yo.
You're listening to WZOP 92.7 LP FM.
We're not the airline, but we can take you to the islands every Sunday at Island Vibe Sunday.
Do you need graphic design services? Or maybe you need branding for your business? How about multimedia production services? Contact Browns Media and Graphics at 876-877-1870. Browns Media and Graphics, developing your ideas, creating your style.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal.
Do you want to talk about what's happening in your community or share your thoughts on national issues? Then tune in to Make We Talk Tuesdays with yours truly, Jeffery Tavares. This and every Tuesday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon. Join the conversation by calling 876-372-8446 or 876-225-9478 on YouTube at Roots FM Jamaica and Facebook at Roots FM JA. That's Make We Talk this and every Tuesday on Roots 96.1 FM, the voice of the inner city.
It's been a long
Do you need graphic design services? Or maybe you need branding for your business? How about multimedia production services? Contact Browns Media and Graphics at 876-877-1870. Browns Media and Graphics, developing your ideas, creating your...
There are some hotel managers out there managing hotels with 200 or 300 rooms. They earn more than $21.8 million. And they're running one hotel. Then the Prime Minister, who is running a whole country, the hotel manager is supposed to walk past them and say, go away, boy, you're not going to be done. What kind of rubbish that? Now, who on God's earth can say that $10.8 million is too much money to pay an MP? You know what MP work is like? I did it for 30-odd years. I have served as a member of parliament, and I damn well feel that I am worth more than $12.5 million a year. And I suspect the same thing would apply to you.
Absolutely, yes.
So why are people complaining?
Plaza make, and you want a shop on the plaza.
I got arrested a few times. During the 60s, I went to jail 40 times. Since I've been in Congress, I've been arrested another 5 times. And I'm probably going to get arrested again for something. I'm not suggesting that any of you should go out and get arrested. But when you see something that is not right, not fair, not just, stand up and say something. Do something. I gave a little blood on that bridge in Selma 53 years ago. I almost died. Some of my friends and colleagues were murdered in Mississippi and other places. I'm not asking any of you to give any blood. I'm just asking you to go and vote like you never voted before. We have to vote. The vote is the most powerful, nonviolent instrument or tool we have in a democratic society, and we must use it. Use it. Go out and vote. Let's go out and vote.
A plaza make, and you want a shop on the plaza. It's in US dollars.
My God.
Rich. Everything are run by China. Road are run by China. Government are run by America. Can I preach? Can I preach? Native citizens, we can't hold nothing down here. Can I preach? Chinese are take over. I feel my belly. Somebody say, whoa. We need deliverance. We need the blood. We need Jesus. A plaza make, and you want a shop on the plaza. It's in US dollars.
My God.
Rich. Everything are run by China. Road are run by China. Government are run by America. Can I preach? Can I preach? Native citizens, we can't hold nothing down here. Can I preach? Chinese are take over. I feel my belly. Somebody say, whoa. We need deliverance. We need the blood. We need Jesus. We need help.